Healing peace, love, lot of healing peace to the guys, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. Let me know if you can hear me and let me know if you can see me. Type in some nines. Blessings, family. It's been a while. We've been working, y'all. Working, traveling, building schools, getting courses done, all types of stuff. Y'all climb on in. I want to talk about something very important today. I got a lecture coming up basically talking about cell phone connections to autism, cell phone connections to Alzheimer's disease, cell phone connections to dementia and brain cancer, testicular cancer, prostate cancer. So, we running through all the notes and we putting everything together. So I said, well, while I'm putting all my notes and stuff together, I might as well go live and talk about it to y'all anyway, because this will help me brush up on it. So, y'all climb on in. Peace, family. Blessings to the gods and goddesses. Y'all climb on in. We're going to wait till get about 2,000 people in here. We're going to get it started. I see we at 1,600 now. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Shalom Lakai. Bro is back. I've been back, man. I just been working, y'all. So we going to title this the same thing I'm going to title the lecture, and I'm actually going to do this lecture live too, probably sometime early next week, and it's called Cancer and Autism Connection to Cell Phone and Wi-Fi Use. And we're going to go through a bunch of different data that's not supported, ironically, that's not supported by the U.S. The United States of America doesn't really support this data, but this data is supported amongst a lot of scientific labs all over across the world. And you have to ask yourself, why? And we're starting to see a lot of people that's coming in with salivary gland tumors, a lot of people coming in with glioblastoma tumors on their brain. We're seeing a bunch of people popping up with prostate, testicular cancer, fibroids, a bunch of ovary cancer, breast cancer, and we wondering why. And then when you see it, these are our cell phone use areas or these are our cell phone storage areas. Most men put their cell phone in their pocket, which is right by their testicles or right by their prostate. Most men put their phone in their back pocket, right where their tailbone's at. Most women love to put their cellular phones in their bras. So you're starting to see wherever this antenna is at that's inside the cell phone, we're seeing basically mutagenic cells starting to take place, and then we see a bunch of agglomeration, or what you would call coagulations of cells, and then cancer happen. And then when you actually link this to autism, y'all, it's crazy. And the reason why I feel comfortable speaking about this, because these are not things that I'm just saying. These are actually science-based articles that's been actually studied and experimented in laboratories, showing that cell phone can give you cancer, the use of Wi-Fi can give you cancer, and it can cause autism and all types of stuff. So I'm comfortable with saying that because the data shows that. So you can't flag this and take it down because these are not my words. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, this is y'all own words. So if y'all ready to get this started, type in some nines. Ironically, I know it sounds crazy. I'm on here telling you that your cell phone is killing you, and I'm on the cell phone going live on the cell phone while telling you that. So to people that's gonna get in the comments to say that, like, well, we on a cell phone watching you talking about how the cell phone kills us. I'm just going to say limit your cell phone use. Make sure that it's not on your persons. If you want to walk around with it, put it in some type of bag, a carrier. Never put it on your skin. Don't put it in your pocket. Make sure that it's at least 2 to 3 feet away from you if you're going to be on it more than 10 minutes like I am now. If you're using your cell phone, use it actually on speakerphone. Keep it away from your head. Limit your use of these things. If you're not using it, if you're not worried about family calling you, or you're not worried about any type of emergencies, put it on the actual airplane mode. When it goes on the airplane mode, it's hard for the actual antenna to go through its high frequency light post and try to connect to a cell tower. Because when it's trying to connect to the cell tower, that's what actually causes the electrical magnetic frequency and these waves to actually permeate from the phone to try to bing off the tower before it can find a signal. This is where the hot zone is at. Is when it's trying to catch a signal and it's literally using your body as a microwave, like you in a microwave, like you heating up a piece of chicken wing, and then it's heating the molecules of your cells from the inside out. We all understand and we all know that the body comprises of at least 80 to 85% water, and the brain at least 80 to 92%. Of course, it's academia. Everybody say 92%. Some people say 87%. That's here or there. But that we know that the brain have a highly significant amount of water that's in it, and we know that the body have a highly significant amount of water in it, whether we're talking about H3O2, H3O, or H2O. What we do know is when you pass electrical magnetic radio frequencies, whether we're talking about micro frequencies, radio frequencies, ultraviolet radiant frequency, infrared or near infrared, it's going to speed up the actual molecules. And when you speed up these molecules, they become dipole antennas. And when they become dipole antennas, what they do is they rub against each other very hard and create friction. This friction then create heat. If you heat up a cell, the same way if acids is sitting on a cell, what's going to happen is going to burn the integrity of the cells. It's going to start burning the organelles of the cells, and it's going to stop the cells from going through something called cellular atrophy. When you stop the cells from going through cellular atrophy, it's hard for the cells to get rid of their toxemia and their waste. This becomes mutagenic, y'all. It's going to cause a mutagen, and it's going to make the cells mutate. When the cells mutate, they're going to adapt, and when they adapt, they usually coagulate themselves together in survival mode, and this coagulation is what they call tumors, and most of the time, these tumors are cancerous, meaning that the cells is not only lacking oxygen, but there's some type of parasitic that's inside the cell. So I'm going to take y'all through my notes. I'm going to take y'all through these articles. We're going to go through it. And then the beautiful thing about Yahki is I always give you a solution at the end. So I gave y'all a solution in the beginning, but we're going to get into herbs and we're going to get into exercises and a lot of other things that you can do after you hear the information for yourself, where you can keep you and your children out of this situation. There is without a shadow of a doubt, y'all, that cell phone use, heavy cell phone use, you putting your children in front of these Wi-Fi routers, you putting your children in front of TVs all day, and you're letting tablets and cell phones raise your children. It is causing them to be autistic. It is messing up their brain cells. It gives them memory loss. It gives them very, very bad, poor behavior. It's a crazy study that showed they actually took children, y'all. They took children that mothers use the cell phones a lot, and they watched these children grow for 15 to 20 years, and they took other children that mothers did not get on the cell phones. The pregnancy that was prone to the cell phone, when the mother was pregnant and she was always on the phone, her children grew up in school having very, very bad behavior issues because they couldn't pay attention in literacy. They couldn't pay attention in class, and they didn't know how to interact with their environment because the radiation actually fried their brain cells and messed with their melanin neurotransmitters. But the same other group that the woman was pregnant and she didn't use the phone, they children grew up behaviorally just fine. Their behavior was fine. They knew how to interact with their environment. They made good grades. So it's even showing you that if you are a pregnant woman and you using the phone, you are still affecting the baby because the baby is growing brain cells. These brain cells are not mature and it's still in this elastic state full of water. So if you shooting these radioactive wave frequencies through there, it is changing your electrical magnetic frequency of your body. And this is causing an interception of information. So the information is getting distorted. Not only is the information becoming distorted, but the brain cells is becoming distorted as well as the body tissue. We have to remember that it's three things that runs the body: the blood, the nerve, and the lymph. The blood is full of water. The nerve moves through water and electricity and anions and cations. And the lymphatic system is full of water. Your cells are full of water. It's called the interstitial fluid of the body. Their cells float on top of water, y'all. That's how they migrate and make their way around to different communities within inside of your molecular structure. So if you are putting your tissues, just like you put a piece of chicken inside the microwave and turn it on 2 minutes, what is that heating process going on? It's the same thing that's going on when you have your cell phone on your thigh, when you got your cell phone on your breast, when you got your cell phone on your head, you got your cell phone in your pocket. You are becoming a piece of chicken in a damn microwave. And that's what's happening to our cells. So if y'all ready to get this started, y'all ready to go through all of these notes, go through all of these beautiful articles, and just reading through these articles, y'all, the science, the people that publish these scientific articles did a very, very good job in their experiments. They made sure they fact checked everything before they published this stuff. I mean, it's amazing. It's going to be a beautiful presentation. I can't do the whole presentation here because even though I'm in my studio, we're not in YouTube, but we're not on Facebook. But I will do the whole entire presentation the beginning of next week. But I did want to show y'all what I'm working on. So if y'all ready, type in some 9s and let's go through it. Let's go through it. They say, why does my voice keep changing? I don't know. It's something to do with the phone. And I have nothing to do with my voice. My voice is the same. Yeah, y'all can screen record this. Y'all can screen record this, and at the end, I am going to be accepting call-ins, and y'all can ask any question you want to ask. All right? All right, I see the 9s. All right, so let me take this phone off real fast. And let's go through some of this stuff, y'all. Stuff is deep. Let's go through some of this stuff. So I want to show y'all a few articles first. Check this out. So these are many articles. We're just going to go through a few of them. All right. This one is independentcode.uk. Climate change news. Germany warns citizens to avoid using Wi-Fi. Y'all, make sure y'all look this up. That way, when y'all do check me out on YouTube and Facebook, which I will give y'all the information, y'all can be able to keep up with the presentation at the beginning of the week. But this talk about the environmental ministry verdict on health risks from wireless technology puts the British governments to shame. And it's basically talking about that people should avoid using Wi-Fi whenever possible because of the risk it may pose to your health, the German government have said. And they're going through a bunch of articles and a bunch of experiments showing how Wi-Fi and wireless technology is causing cancer and causing all of these different tumors and literally messing up our cells. We have to understand when your cells is introduced with any type of acids, when your cells are introduced with high amounts of heat or any type of radioactive frequency, the first thing it does is messes with the thyroid. So we see a lot of people having thyroid issues, whether we're talking about hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. This is due to radiation attacking the thyroid. The next place the radiation always goes to the liver. So we're seeing a lot of people suffering from liver disease, and we thinking it's because alcoholism or thinking it's from a piss poor lifestyle. But little did you know it's coming from your heavy cell phone use. Also, the cell phone area. A lot of people are getting major migraines and don't know why. That's because the actual cell phone is dehydrating you. Not only is it dehydrating you, it is heating up the actual water molecules that's deep within inside of your tissues that make up your brain and make up your skin. This is messing us up. We see a lot of people starting to get a bunch of cataracts on the eyes. I even found a study showing that cell phones actually is associated to cataracts, messing with your eyes, detached retinas, drying out the optic nerve from the cell phone. Like, why are people not talking about this? And then you start really studying and you start seeing all of these different celebrities, these basketball players, these singers, they're popping up with all types of brain tumors. And even one of them said it, I think it's because of my heavy cell phone use. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at these things, we got hydration, we got cellular mutagens, we got memory loss, brain fog, thyroid problems, cancer, Alzheimer's disease. Yes, I'm reading from my notes. I got a lot of stuff written down. Dementia, autism, and prostate cancer, all coming from the cell phones that we actually have science-backed articles and experiments done proving these things that they're not talking about in the United States of America. I wonder why. So check this out. So this is one of them right here. So German warns the citizens to avoid using Wi-Fi. Y'all look this stuff up. All right. This was done by Jeff Lean, Sunday of September the 9th of 2007. Y'all look this article up. Here go another one. It says cell phone use potentially risk for kids and teens. This the health agency. This is CBC News talking about this in Toronto. Toronto Department of Public Health is advising teenagers and young children to limit their use of cell phones to avoid potential health risk. It says that even, look, when you get deep into this article, it said just 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes of cell phone use increases your risk of cancer to 40 to 70%. 40 to 70%. I'm not saying this. This is what they saying. And you seeing what's happening. It's actually stopping DNA synthesis. It's actually stopping protein synthesis. It stopped the cells from actually functioning properly because you're introducing these things to raise and heats. And then they got the nerve to call it non-anionic. We're going to look at this non-ionizing. Like it's not really hurting us. And so if this is non-ionizing radiation, it is not as strong as X-rays. It is not as strong as all these other things. Then why is it giving so many people cancer? That's why you have to read through the lies and the bull crap, because we have to be careful with what they're doing with these articles. There are major corporations like Samsung, like Apple, that pays different types of scientists hundreds of millions of dollars to do studies and then will give them extra on top to make the actual results of the studies match what they want to say for they can keep selling. There's many books that talks about this, and I gave y'all a book in my last live that talks about it. It says that we are the researchers. Our researchers is right book, where it shows documented lies where people are getting paid to actually lie about scientific results, and then they feel bad later on down the line after they done killed millions of people. Then they recant their statement, and then they start putting out the real actual information. Dr. George Carlo did it. Dr. George Carlo in 1999, they paid him $128 million to act like phones wasn't giving people cancer. Then all of a sudden in 2002, he recanted everything he said, and then he actually posted his real findings, y'all. Posted his real findings, showing that it's killing people. So check out. So that's two of them. Let's keep going, and then we're gonna show you how this works. Here go another one. Just 10 minutes of cell phone chat may trigger cancer. Y'all see that? Just 10 minutes of cell phone chat may trigger cancer. Here go another one. Mobile phone radiation causes brain tumors and should be classified as a probable human carcinogen. Look this stuff up. International Journal of Oncology. You see that? And I understand, damn, we own the cell phone while talking about the cell phones killing us. It's crazy, right? All right, cancer, strong signal for cell phone effects. So this showing you how these strong signals from the cell phones affect the cells and actually can biologically mutate the cells and give you cancer. You see that? So somebody just commented and said, God damn, everything give you cancer at this point. I understand that. That's a very, very true statement. But you talking about a cell phone that's on you, that all you have to do is take it off of you and put it in a bag. You're talking about something that you can prevent. You're talking about food that you can stop eating. You're talking about Wi-Fi that you can cut off before you go to sleep or only use while you working. So we're not going to sit on here and act like everything give us cancer. No, your lack of knowledge and you having piss poor discipline as a people is what's giving you cancer. Now, of course, there's things inside this environment that we can't avoid, like environmental toxemia and pollutants. You know, that's neither here or there, but you can take certain herbs that cleanse your blood every week. You can take certain herbs that cleanse your respiratory system. You can choose to drink certain waters that don't have any contaminants in it. But for us to sit up here and be irresponsible and say that everything causes cancer, oh fucking well, I think people like that need to get off my live, because you are a part of the problem if you actually have that ideology and think that way. We can change what's going on if we all come together and stop. If we all quit buying these bullshits, if we all quit buying the phones, if we all quit shopping at these stores that's selling us these cancerous causing food, they will stop. Money is power. We are spending our money. We are the consumers. If we all stick together and unify and say no fucking more and quit spending our money on the things that's killing us, right? Because we're killing ourselves by paying money. There is going to break their banks, and then they're going to be like, damn, well, we can't get paid no more. How about we do take the metal out of the cereals? How about we do take the artificial refined sugars out of the Cheerios for the children, because they not buying no more Cheerios and our profits is down by $9 billion in 2 years. How about we start putting all the healthy things in there? How about we quit putting additives and preservatives inside of the fruit snacks? How about we actually use real fruit for fruit snacks? Because we're down $10 billion in 3 years. So the issue is not the damn demons that's causing the havoc upon the world. The issues is the feeble-minded people that's continuing to letting them do this bullshit and paying them to hire people to kill you. So the issue is not a demon is a damn demon. That's the purpose of them. That's the balance of life. That's the equation. Light, darkness, up, down, hot, cold, fat, skinny, beautiful, ugly. There have to be duality. So they're playing their job. The damn issue is you. You are the issue. Because you know what's going on and you still buy the bullshit. You know what's wrong, but you still would choose to put it in your mouth. We know that the cell phones is killing us, but as soon as you get off this phone, you're going to take this same very cell phone and put it in your pocket. You know it's wrong and you know it's killing your children, but to shut your children up because they getting on your damn nerves because you haven't been able to master the child that's in you. And you can't master your children. You stick a cell phone and a tablet in their hand for you can ease the stress instead of facing your higher self, which is the children and seeds that you chose to have. That's the issue. We got to get our minds right, family. It's you. The devil gonna be the devil. The devil gonna be the devil. You either working with this demonic entity and helping this demonic entity kill 2/3 of the earth, or you are defunding this thing and you're stop spending your money with these people, and then that's going to change them anyway because they need to make money. You are the energy. You are the product. You are you are everything. You the commodity. You the hot person. It ain't them. It's you. They need you. They need your energy. So if you stop feeding the beast will eventually starve itself and die. So no, you the problem. All right, let's get back to it. My bad, y'all. I had to address that. All right, here go another one. Check out this one, y'all. And let's get deep into it. Does the use of mobile phones affect male fertility? A mini review. Man, I'm talking about lower your sperm count by the thousands, y'all. So we wondering why we can't reproduce because you got your cell phone near your nuts all day, cooking and heating up your sperm cells, shriveling up your testicles, and you wonder why you shooting blanks because you have radioactive frequency inside of your nutsack because you keep your cell phone in your pocket close to your prostate and close to your seminal glands. You see what I'm saying? I'm only on the 5th one. I got about 23 of these, y'all. We can keep going. Here go another one. The influence of direct mobile phone radiation in sperm quality, showing that we have weak, piss poor sperm quality because we have our phones in our pockets next to our testicles all day. All I'm saying is we can start changing things just by taking these phones out of our pockets and putting them somewhere else. That's it. 2 to 3 feet away from us, and speak with the phone on speakerphone. Never put it to your head. All right. Here go another one. Cell phone use in pregnancy may cause behavior disorder in offspring. This is by Yale University and Yale News. This publication blew my mind because it actually showed, and they tracked babies that was in the fetuses and embryos that was inside of the actual placenta through the birth all the way until they were adults, y'all. And it showed how their brains was not working properly due to the radiation that the mother put the fetus through while the fetus was inside of the actual placenta in the gut, y'all. That is some crazy stuff, showing you that these are lifetime damaging things if you never get rid of it. That's deep. Here go another one. Warning. Using a mobile phone while pregnant can seriously damage your baby. This comes from Independent News. I'm not making none of this stuff up. And yes, moringa work. Look, and that's one of the herbs. Moringa. I've been studying a lot on these. Moringa is one of them. Kelp is one of them. Dose, sea moss, chickweed, red clover blossom, kelp, nettle leaf, violet leaf, and yellow dot. All of these actually pulls radiation from up out of the cells, and then it kicks on autophagy, which actually going to kick on glutathione or glutathione, and this is going to open up the NRF2 pathways to allow the cells to purge all of this radiation out anyway. So there's things that we can do about it, but we're talking about preventive maintenance, right? I'm going to do 2 more, and I'm going to show you how this works. Here go another one, y'all. Toxic metals and essential elements in hair and severity of symptoms among children with autism. And this one blew my mind because we deal with a lot of autistic children, nonverbal autistic children and verbal autistic children. Some that's high on the spectrum and some that's low on the spectrum. And in one case, I found out, matter of fact, Nabi know about this one. It was a man. It's a man that we was supposed to go into business with. He's from San Francisco, California. He ended up creating these different cards and these different devices that actually stop the EMF radioactive frequency from coming from the Wi-Fi. He had a very, very highly autistic child, right? And she's a nonverbal. And he noted, and he did everything in his power. This is a real story. He did everything in his power to cleanse her and to detox her of autism. I helped him and everything, but we was wondering why it wouldn't work. And how many years ago was this when he created these cards and stuff?
For her, about 7-8 years.
This about 7-8 years ago. Look, herbal protocols wasn't working. Changing the diet wasn't working. And he spent all his money to get her healed. And he finally figured out why he couldn't get her healed from the autism. Because she could not get rid of the metals. She couldn't secrete the metals out of her skin and out of her brain. She couldn't get rid of the mercury. And we was wondering why we could not detoxify the metals of the mercury out of her bloodstream and out of her cellular brain tissues. And the reason why was the damn cell phone, the tablet, and the Wi-Fi. And the reason why is because when radiation hits the cells, it actually locks and it binds metals deep within the cellular tissues, and it locks and it binds this radiation and mercury and toxins deep within the cellular tissues because it disable autophagy. Autophagy. Auto just means self. Phagy means eating. So autophagy means self-eating, a self-consuming mechanism of the body. This is a cleansing process that your cells go through, where macrophages and phagocytes go through and gobble up certain cells, disintegrate them down, take them to the actual lymph nodes. Once they get to the lymph nodes, you have this bifidobacteria and other macrophages that actually chew up these garbages, or what you would call cellular toxemias, and then it goes through the actual lymphatic vessels. It ends up in the kidneys, and then you urinate all of this metabolic waste out through urea. Well, what stopped this process is metals. So if you can't get metals or mercuries or any of these other metabolic wastes out of the body, then it's impossible to detoxify. Well, guess what locks these metals, these mercuries, and these metabolic or catabolic waste inside of the tissues? Radiation from cell phones and Wi-Fi, because it disable your detoxification mechanism, of what we call autophagy or autophagy. Y'all think I'm lying? Just look this stuff up yourselves. So what they did was, in this study that I'm talking about, which is toxic metals and essential elements in hair and severity of symptoms among children with autism, they did a study where they took 20 children. They did this amongst 5 years, and they kept taking 20 at a time that had autism, right? They checked their hairs. When they checked their hairs, they noticed that they did not have a bunch of metals and stuff in their hair, because even though our hair is an extension of our nervous system, our hair is a eliminative organ too. That's why when you sweat through your hair. That's why if you know somebody been in a sauna or been working out, you can just smell their hair, and you can smell the toxins on their hair. Well, they just like you go to the doctor before you get a job, and they'll prick your hair to check if it got marijuana on it, because most of the body's eliminated waste is through the nervous system by way of the hair. So what they did was they took them to the doctor, and they had the doctor take samples of these autistic children's hair, and what behooved them was they didn't have any metals or any mercury on their hair. So they're like, damn, where is the mercury and the metals at? Right? So the allopathic community, the first thing they gonna do is they gonna publish the wrong science. This is what they did. Oh, well, since we didn't find mercury, and since we didn't find metal toxicity of the hair of autism children, we can't blame it on the vaccines no more. We can't say the vaccines gave them autism. We can't say that metal and mercury gave them autism. But then it was a bright-minded man like myself that said, hold on, maybe you can't find mercury or metal on the hair of autistic children because they detoxification mechanism is not working, and the metals and the mercury is still inside of their brain tissues. So they said, well, let's do an actual experiment. So they took 20 children, the same 20 children that had a less significant amount of metals and mercury on their hair than the children that didn't have autism. They took the autistic children into a building. They did it 3 times a week, and they did it for 5 hours. And they cut off Wi-Fi. They cut off any radioactive frequencies. They kept computers out of this place. They kept everything out of this place that actually emits an electrical magnetic field. Did you know after 3 months, they went back and checked their hair, and their hair was full of mercury. Their hair was full of metals. Their hair was full of toxemia, showing you that the cell phone use and that the wireless technology was actually keeping them from detoxing their brains and their lymphatic system. And when they checked their hair, they couldn't find none of the metals and the toxins because the shit wasn't coming out, because the radioactive frequency from technology was keeping their body from naturally detoxifying. Ain't that a deep study though? That's a deep study. Look, these things are weapons. Whether you want to admit to it or not, you are addicted to your weapon. And I get it, because I'm still trying to break the addictive behavior. Since we've been studying this, how many times do I be like, damn, I got to get this out of my pocket again? I'm talking about 5 times a day. Damn, I'm going to the bathroom to release. I got my cell phone with me. I got to throw the cell phone out of the bathroom because I can't even defecate without having my cell phone in my hand. Then you spending 30 minutes on the toilet. You been done shitting. The other 20 minutes is you thumbing through social media, giving yourself cancer. You see that? That's what I'm saying, y'all. So we have to break this addiction to our cell phones and to this Wi-Fi, especially with our children, because this is weakening the genome and the genealogies of our children. It actually stops DNA synthesis. Do you realize if you stop replicating DNA and making RNA, there will not be another you? Now, this is not a conspiracy, because I'm starting to put pieces of the puzzle together. Why is these 5G towers up? Because this speeds up what you call high frequency pulsing of these electronics. Why did they inject us with these nanobot technology particles? Why is this nanobot technology particles have reflectors on it? Now I'm finna draw this out. Now, but I need you to hold the phone for me if I can draw this. I want to show y'all how this works scientifically, and it's gonna blow your mind what they doing. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna blow your mind. They're trying to hook us up to the damn internet. I'm telling you. And then you hear words like bandwidth, body area network. And then you be like, hold on, I got a body. Hold on, I have a natural electrical magnetic grid. Hold on, I have a natural routing in my brain. Hold on, I have a natural dipole antenna, my pituitary gland and my pineal gland. Hold on, I have natural conveyance of electricity due to cation and anionic minerals in my body. Oh, is they using me as a damn router for Wi-Fi? Huh? Yes, body area network. PNIA or PAN. Personal area network. Then you start reading this shit on the back of routers and the back of Wi-Fi devices, and it's actually talking about you. I'm just saying. Then you start thinking about the inoculations and the injections, and then what's inside of these things: mercury, dead fetal tissue, metals that's not supposed to be in your body, cadmium, all these different things. And then they got 5G tower networks up, and then you got your cell phone and your tablet on you at all times. Or are they hacking your information? Are they hacking your DNA? Or are they putting shit inside of your genome? I'm just saying, start really thinking about this stuff. It's a whole new level of evilness that's going on in this world that your mind, your fragile little nurturing mind can't even comprehend how evil these people are, because you're not an evil person. You are a melanated nurturing being. So you can't even think of the evilness that this people can even come up with. I'm just saying. And now we see high populations that's suffering from Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, adrenal fatigue, which it causes very bad adrenal fatigue. And you wonder why you tired all the time. That's because your cell phone is draining your energy and draining your spirit. And I can prove this scientifically. It is dehydrating you. It is very catabolic to the cells. It is creating inflammation. It is creating the cells to live inside of a toxic environment. So the cells have to adapt. In order for the cells to adapt, they have to mutate. After they mutate, they go into a detoxification phase, and then you get all of these symptoms that you think is diseases. Ooh-wee. Just saying. Now check this out, y'all. I got some more stuff to show y'all. Now this is from a famous singer. Check this out. Check out what she say.
Singer Sheryl Crow was recently diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. She thinks it may have been caused by extensive cell phone use. Sheryl Crow was.
So we got the famous singer Sheryl Crow. She have a brain tumor, and she even said it herself. She think it was from her cell phone use.
Singer Sheryl Crow was recently diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. She thinks it may have been caused by extensive cell phone use. She told Katie Couric what led to that conclusion for her.
I say it's in my cell phone area, and there are no doctors that will.
She said it was in her what? Her cell phone area. Now, in the presentation I'm going to show y'all at the beginning of the week, the cell phone area is at the bottom of the actual salivary gland, which is right here, and it goes to the actual top of your head. This whole thing in the middle of your face is your cell phone area. Now, I'm finna show y'all some cell phone tumors that's gonna blow your mind. And we all are suffering from these things and don't know it. You walking around, I got a swollen lymph node. No, you developing a benign tumor from that damn cell phone use. Oh, I got a headache and a migraine. oh man, I must be lacking minerals. No, you can't absorb minerals because the radiation is messing up your gut, and your absorption fraction happen in this little 9 intestinal inch tract called the duodenum, and you can't uptake any of these minerals because you cannot metabolically use them because your adrenals down, because you're adrenally fatigued, because you've been drained of all of your energy and all of your glucose and fructose metabolisms or metabolites by these damn radioactive cell phones. And this is all proof. And let's not talk about the damn ear pods. The ear pods is like little bitty grenades that you just stick in your ear. I call them little grenades. But we're going to talk about the ear pods inside of the YouTube lecture I'm going to do, y'all. And I'm going to give y'all the date for that once we get off. Now check this out. I want y'all to hear this.
Confirm that. But I did have a conversation with
Cheryl Crow was recently diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. She thinks it may have been caused by extensive cell phone use. She told Katie Couric what led to that conclusion for her.
I say it's in my cell phone area, and there are no doctors that will confirm that. But I did have a conversation with Sanjay Gupta about it. And I do have the theory that it's possible that it's related to that, because early days when I was promoting my first record, I did, hours of phoners on the old archaic cell phones.
You see that? So she did.
Was recently diagnosed with a
so
benign
she
brain
did
tumor.
hours of phone sessions because she was recording her album. Not even 2 years later, she developed that tumor. What about John McClane? What about John McCain? Let's talk about him. Let's look him up and see his. Let's see what happened to him and his tumor. Look, check this out. And look, notice every time you see a picture of him, he always got 2 cell phones. Look at him, 2 cell phones. He just going out his life. He in his politician world, trying to win elections and do this and do that, not even knowing that he is frying his tissues. He frying his tissues. Let me show y'all what this look like, y'all. Now, he look completely fine right here, but after a couple of uses of these phones, you start seeing him with scars. He tried to keep it low. He ain't talk about it. Do y'all see the salivary cell phone area tumor? Y'all see it's breaking through his skin? Y'all see they had to do surgery on his actual skull? Notice his eyes. It's coming through the eyes. This is cancer. And notice it's right in the cell phone area, y'all. Y'all see that? Now check this out. I want to see. Look how this look. Look how this look. Constant surgery from having your phone on your face all day. That's why it's very imperative that we speak on these things on speakerphones. And if you don't need it, get it off your persons, family. If you don't need it, get it off your persons. And this is not the only person. It's celebrities with these same things. It is celebrities with these same things. This actually show y'all the tumor that he had. This shows y'all the tumor. See that? It's called glioblastoma tumor. Then it comes from cell phone use. Y'all see the tumor? Notice it's right where the antenna from the phone is at. He went from this to this, from using the cell phone and not using it correctly. Now you get texts sent to you, right? Since all this been happening with these celebrities, LeBron James. Notice they do their hardest to delete all of his pictures, but we found a few of them. But notice he had that Samsung phone, end up giving him a benign tumor on the side in his cell phone area. Right after that, they destroyed all the pictures, and then Samsung sponsored him, gave him over $100 million. Y'all think I'm lying? Look it up. They sponsored him. They sponsored him for him not to talk about what happened to him, which was this cancerous cell phone tumor from the cell phones. Look this stuff up if y'all think I'm lying. All of this is researchable. This is researchable information, y'all. Researchable information. And I'm going to show y'all how this works. Look, here go another one. Look, and they pointing at him. They pointing at these things. He trying to hide them, but look, you can't hide this stuff. And he not the only one. There's over 20 celebrities that got these things, and they all keeping it on the hush. And then when you check the records and you look at who's sponsoring them, Apple, Samsung, they're getting sponsored by these cell phone companies. I wonder why. Because they make billions and billions of dollars, especially the TV networks, because we watching most of the television networks through our cell phones and through our tablets, because we all traveling and we're going throughout our day and we don't have time to actually watch the big TV no more. So they sell cell phones and they do their CPMs and CRMs through the cell phones. So they making most of their money off the cell phones. Now, this is the antenna that I'm talking about. And it's usually right at the tip of the phone. Y'all see the antenna? So this is the antenna. Now the antenna emits electrical magnetic radiation frequency. Now what it goes through something called high frequency light pulses. When your phone rings, it rings at a pulse. That's why I go ring, ring. You can hear it vibrating. That's a pulse. When it's pulsing, that's when it's giving you the highest heat ever. So when your phone is ringing, make sure that it's not in your hand. When your phone ringing, make sure that you don't got it on your ear. When you calling people and you hearing it ring before they pick up, don't put it on your ear. Keep it on speakerphone and just keep it out of your hands. It's super easy to do so. Now they even got sticks that you can walk around and hold the phone in while it was on speakerphone. There's so many things that you can do for preventing this thing to ruin your life, y'all. So I want to show y'all how this works, though. Check this out. So this is how it works. Now check this out. So this is a before and after, and these are real pictures. Before cell phone use, you seeing all of the colors. You seeing that the neurological functionings is good. The brain is cool. There's not a lot of heat. There's not a lot of friction, which is basically bringing the water that's inside of your fourth, third, and second and first ventricle, because you boiling the water, you boiling cerebral spinal fluid at that, which is causing a cationic environment, which is going to bring on parasites and tumors anyway. But this shows you before he used the cell phone, and boom, look at him after he used the cell phone. After he used the cell phone, you see all of this radiation heat on his whole entire face. Y'all see that? You see that? Crazy, right? Check this out. Check this out. Now, this is what's happening, y'all. So when you actually look at these phones, so they call it the hexagonal layout. So notice it's shaped like hexagons. And I'm recording. In this hexagonal layout, notice you got all of these different cell phone towers. So there is no way you can get away from this frequency. So even if you keep your phone on you, right, what's happening is if you're driving, the phone is constantly binging off different towers. And when it's binging off different towers because it's trying to find a signal, it's giving you this high frequency light pulse sensation. This pulse sensation is like microwave rays that is just constantly flashing wherever your phone's at on that antenna. It's flashing through the actual cells. As it's flashing through these cells, it is causing the cells to mutate, and it's causing them to coagulate because it's causing the heat to go up very, very high. Because remember, your body is made of, academically now, don't quote me on the exact numbers, but the body is made of 87% water, and then the brain is made of 89 to 92% water. Now, I want to show y'all how this works, and I'm going to draw it out for y'all, but first, I want to show y'all the actual picture. So, when you look at a water molecule, this is an actual water molecule right here, right? So, you see you have one oxygen, and then you have two hydrogen bonds to that oxygen. All right, now, if you look at the oxygen molecule, it is always at a negative charge, right? Always at a negative charge. That's an anion. But if you look at the hydrogen is always at a positive charge, which is a cation, right? The moment that this thing get any type of radioactive frequency to it or minerals to it, it becomes electrical and it creates movement. Now, I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to draw it out for y'all, but I'm going to show you how it speeds up and actually heat up the cells. So when you look inside of your body, these water molecules are actually stacked on top of each other, and it looks like this. So they already touching each other. But if they just floating around on each other, these molecules or these particles, it's not really causing that much friction. But the moment that it's given over to any type of watts or any type of radioactive frequency, it changes the structure of it and it starts speeding up. And I'm going to draw it out for y'all can see. So Nabi, I need you to just hover over me with this phone while I draw this out for them so they can see what I'm talking about. All right. Hold on, y'all. So Nabi gonna hold the phone. Tell him peace, Nabi. Nabi gonna hold the phone, and I'm gonna draw it out for y'all what I'm talking about.
All right.
Just hold it right over my paper.
Yes, sir.
Make sure it show him a good one.
All right.
All right, so if you look at an actual water molecule, all right, we got the oxygen. All right, then we're gonna draw two lines, and we're gonna draw the actual atoms of the hydrogen. Now, remember, your hydrogens is always hot. All right, so we're going to actually put a cation on it. Cation. All right, so that's where the plus at. This is positively charged. Then your oxygen is always an anion. That's always a negative, right? Now, if you look at them, they are 104.5 degrees turned, right? This is how it looks. So they always is turned upside down. Now, let me show you how a radioactive frequency works. So since you got two poles coming from the anion, this is called a dipole. So this is creating electrical current, y'all. This creating an electrical current. It's your good on there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, check this out. Now, this is your EMF, your electrical magnetic field. The electrical magnetic field actually look like this. It's a wave. You got different parts of this wave that give off different types of frequencies. You know what I'm saying? You got 470 hertz. That's the sun. You keep going. You're going through the whole color changes. This is where actually your color change come from. All color is black, but due to the frequency and the vibration of the resonance, it looked like that it's given a different reflection, but it's all the same color, which is this black color. That's a whole different thing, though. Now, check this out. So you got the water molecule inside of your body, right? Trillions and trillions of these. Then once you introduce it to an electrical magnetic field, say this is your body, and you got all these different water molecules. Let's just draw a few of them. Forgive me for how it looks, y'all. I know it look crazy. Matter of fact, point it right here. So this is what I'm drawing. You got all these different water molecules together, right? Now put it back on the paper. Now check this out. Say if my phone ring or I got my phone on me and my phone is actually given over into radioactive frequencies. The waves starting to shoot through. Boom. All right. Now it done hit the hydrogen. Boom. Now it done hit the actual oxygen. Boom. Now we hit the hydrogen again and it keeps going. Right. Now, what happens is since you got minerals in your body like magnetites, magnetites is a reflective mineral. So we're going to put this reflective mineral called magnetite right here. I'm just going to put MAG, magnetite. Then we're going to put another reflective mineral called calcite because you got a bunch of calcite or calcium in the body as well. These are reflective minerals. So as your phone is shooting these radioactive waves through this actual water molecule, it's hitting off of different minerals and it causes a deflection. So it's going to reflect back. So we got one singular wave that hits a mineral and then boom, it's going to bounce back. You see that? Boom, it's hitting the hydrogen again. Boom, now it's hitting oxygen. It's hitting another hydrogen and it's hitting oxygen. Now it's hitting calcite. Now it starts going back and forth so fast, it starts speeding up to the point where you don't even see the waves no more. It's just going straight through. Now at this point, this little hydrogen and oxygen atom starts to turn upside down because you're hitting the actual dipole. So now the dipoles went down because you just went to the right. Then it goes up because you went to the left. So now act like this is the actual molecule. It's doing this now because you got waves hitting it from this way and hitting it from this way. So now it's doing this. Now remember, you got a bunch of other molecules next to it. So it starts hitting the other hydrogen molecules. So these start spinning. So now you got this whole entire coagulation of water molecules spinning very, very fast at the speed of light inside of your body, basically. That's what's happening. And it creates friction. This friction then creates heat. This heat overpower ATP. Now you got this coagulation, and it's what you call cellular welding, because the tissues in the body starts to heat up so fast that you start to weld tissue together. And tissue welding look just like this. This is tissue welding, y'all. Let me show y'all what tissue welding look like. So this on a smaller scale is inside of cells. These are cells. Your body is made of 150 trillion cells. Let's just say all of these are different cells. And in all these cells, you have water molecules, which we just drew out real big. I'm just drawing W's. Now all these water molecules inside these cells are heating up. Now they start friction because heat. Now they're starting to clunk together and weld themselves on top of each other. Y'all see that? So now when you got a bunch of cells welding themselves on top of each other, guess what they call this, y'all? A tumor. Coagulation of cells. Glioblastoma. All this happening through what? Radioactive frequency that's coming from the electrical magnetic frequency field of the body. Y'all see that? Now, what makes this even crazier, they got the nerve to put up a damn hexogenic cell phone tower cell that have over 500 of these cells. So it's going to make sure that it does this ping pong effect, y'all. And let me show y'all this again. This is how this look. So you got the receiver of the cell and the antenna constantly bouncing from your phone that's on your persons to all these different cells. So it becomes a ping pong effect. Imagine you riding through this. Imagine that. Giving you all of these different cancers. If y'all got my explanation so far, type in some nines and we're going to keep going. I know I got kind of deep there. Yes, refrigerators, all of that. And that's why if you peep back in the day, Erica Rose, they didn't have refrigerators. Notice that they had cancer didn't exist until the late 70s. You don't start seeing a cancer epidemic inside the U.S. until the late 70s. And that's when they started creating all these different wire technologies and mobile devices. Technology is killing mankind. Technology have always killed mankind. When you think about the lost civilization of Tartaria, what killed them? Technology. When you think about the fall of Lemuria and Sumeria and ancient Mesopotamia, what killed them? Nuclear warfare. Technology. When you talk about the actual drowning and the lost civilization of Atlantis, what killed them? Technology. When you see what happened to the ancient Kemets or the ancient Egyptians, what killed them? Radioactive technology. We always get too smart by getting all this information and downloads from expanding our consciousness, connecting with our higher selves, or what you would call aliens or extraterrestrial, because it's beyond earthly terrain. They give us this technology. We get big-headed with it. We create nuclear bombs. We create radioactive activity. And then we kill ourselves and everybody else that's involved in the process. And then civilization restarts itself. That's how it go. That's how it go. That's why there have been thousands and thousands of dynasties that have risen and fallen, all because of technology. That's why if you ask me, for those who believe in the Bible, and for those who read in the Bible, it says, as the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. What killed Noah in his days? If you really read it and don't read it for religion, if you really read it for what it is, there was ancient technology that happened that took down that. Sodom and Gomorrah. When they say that Jesus destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, there was nuclear warfare that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. That was a nuclear bomb. That's ancient technology we talking about. See, they dumb it down and they put all this mythological meaning behind it for you can understand it. They make it very allegorical. But if you read this with your mind's eye open, we talking about wars and it's ancient gods, wars and technology and radio frequency activity that's being exchanged here. And these are the facts. These are the facts, y'all. These are the facts. So before we start answering questions, y'all, I think that's all I want to really give y'all as far as the presentation, because we doing an in-depth presentation at the beginning of the week. It's going to be on my YouTube page and it's going to be on my actual Facebook page. My Facebook page is Yahki Rafa Elohim, and my YouTube page is Yahki Awaken, y'all. Y'all check me out. Follow me on there. Only follow the blue check page. There's a bunch of people out here pretending to be me. If it's not www.yakiawaken.com, I don't communicate with you and I don't sell products. I don't use WhatsApp. I don't communicate through all these other emails. If the emails do not end in a @yakiawaken.com, it's not me. There's people out here pretending to be me, taking y'all money and y'all never getting y'all packages. That's not coming from yakiawaken.com. Okay. I never scan anybody. People that purchase from me, I post them getting their stuff all the time because they send it to me. So be careful out here not to get got. So if it's not a blue check page, I promise you it's not me. Don't even waste your time communicating to these people. And if it's not through the website, it's not me as well, y'all. So make sure y'all check that out. I'm going to give y'all a full thing. Now, I do want to tell y'all what to do. Now, the what to do's is simple, and I wrote a bunch of stuff down for y'all. The first solution. I love solutions. So the first solution, let me put this back on real quick. Hold on. There we go. So the actual first solution is to keep the phone on speakerphone while you're talking on it, and always keep it 2 to 3 feet away from you. Always keep it 2 to 3 feet away from you. The second thing I wrote down is never have your phone on your persons. Always put your phone in a carrier bag and make sure that you got a bunch of barriers between you and that phone. And remember, metal increases the frequency. All right. Next thing. Always eat or drink dark leafy green juice. Dark leafy green juice is good for actually dissipating any type of radioactivity within inside of the body. So my geogenetic juice, you can make this stuff. I'm not charging y'all for it. It's a free recipe. Drink geogenetic juice. They have a real good chance of dissipating all this radio technology. The next thing to do is when you're not using your phone, put your phone on airplane mode. That actually stop it from pinging off the towers. It don't stop the heating up, but it does stop it from pinging, because remember, the pinging is called high frequency pulsing. And once I show y'all what that is, that's mind blowing, y'all. And they know this stuff. And they know this stuff is interacting with what they've been putting in us for the last 3 years when this whole, pandemic happened, y'all. It's not a conspiracy at this point. Once you start placing the dots together and you have the research and the science to back these things up, I mean, what can you say after that? What can you say after that? Herbs. I wrote down an herbal list for y'all. Herbs. We got chickweed. Chickweed is very, very good for getting rid of radioactivity. Seaweed, especially fucus. Fucus or bladderwrack is amazing for it. Red leaf clover blossoms. Make sure that the red leaf clover blossoms is the flower tops. Do not get the leaf because it won't work. Kelp. Kelp granules is good. Nettle leaf, stingy nettle leaf is good. Red violet leaf. Do not actually get red violet buzz. Don't get the leaf to the red violet or the purple violet. Get the leaf. That's good for you. And last but not least, dandelion root and yellow dock. All of these are very, very good. Drink them as a tea. All right, for those that want to get something from me, I always recommend to get the heavy metal detox off my site. If you don't want to get it off my site, you can make it yourself. I just gave you half the herbs that make up that stuff for free. You can buy it from a trusted source, mix these things together, create your own concoction, or make your own tea up out of it. All right. With that being said, before we start asking questions, is there any questions pertaining to the lesson that we just talked about? And then I'm going to take calls. You can call in and ask whatever you want. Heat or brew. When you do a tea, the first thing you do is I always brew my tea. I always heat to boil my tea for 2 minutes. Then after it boil, I let it simmer for at least 10 to 15 minutes before I strain it and drink it. If you want to make it stronger, just steam it longer. The longer that you actually make it steam and simmer, the more potency and the more phytonutrients and bioflavonoids and biophotons actually come from the plant material, and you break through that cellulose and you able to extract all of those nutrients or the nutraceuticals that you need to actually alleviate your body of all of the detoxification illnesses that you got going on. That's what I do. All right, the detox. I just gave y'all the detox. What about AirPods and Bluetooth devices? For those that want to know about them, same thing, but they kind of a little worse, y'all. They're a little worse, and I got some pictures showing y'all that. Wait till I show y'all these ear tumors, y'all, from these AirPods. But that's going to be on my YouTube and on my Facebook live. The reason why I just did a little bit on here, because I got to actually turn the phone and look kind of ghetto. I got to hold the phone, turn it. Now, B got to hold the phone with me. I'm in my studio. When I go through my database and go live on YouTube and go live on Facebook, it look way more professional because we ain't got to change cameras. Everything is done through my system. All right. Well, y'all can call in. I'm gonna take give me how many amounts of callers you want to take real quick, maybe.
We can take 5 at least.
We're gonna do 5 calls. Do 5 calls. We're gonna get up out of here. Yes, I'm gonna save this live. Yes, She Legit will help. She Legit will help too. She Legit will help. But you got to remember, She Legit got a bunch of minerals in it, like magnetite and cellites too, and magnesium. So you got to be careful because certain minerals will cause that pinging effect. So, but She Legit will work as well. All right, y'all gonna call in. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. All right, I'm just going through and I'm picking the first one, y'all. Best waters, right now, I'm sipping on Pana. I'm sipping on Pana right now. Everybody be like, this is a Coca-Cola project. We tested it. It's a Coca-Cola product. We tested it.
Hello?
There ain't nothing wrong with it. Peace,
Hello?
where your face is. I need to see your face. Blessings to you guys.
Hi.
That's how you doing?
I just joined the live, so I don't even know, I don't know what's going
right
on.
Now, right now we talking about cancer and autism, how it's connected to cell phone and Wi-Fi use. But you can ask any question you want to ask right now. Just state your name and what state you're from.
Oh, okay. My name is Jocelyn, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
South to the Carolinas. The Carolinas are very, very ancient place. You got the Gullah Geechee
Not
tribes
my
out
friend.
there. Very
Not my friend
ancient place.
But my question, I'm dealing with asthma, and I think I'm dealing with SIBO. I don't want to self-diagnose myself, but that's what my intuition is telling me. Like, I've been having a lot of stomach problems, and I believe it's SIBO.
All right. So first thing is we got to talk about is the actual asthma. When you look at asthma is basically obstruction of the bronchial tubes or the respiratory system. And it's when a bunch of mucus and inflammation sets in and it constrict the airways, and the mucus builds up and it doesn't allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to basically exchange themselves properly throughout the system. So usually you swell up, you get inflamed, your your bronchial tubes, they constrict too much and you can't breathe and then you suffocate. You have to look at what's in control of the respiratory system in your breathing. What's in control of the respiratory system in your breathing is what you will call the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is things that runs on autopilot. Like you don't have to think to breathe. You don't have to think to go digest. You don't have to think for your eyes to blink. You don't have to think to actually think. These things are just going on. Your heart beating. You don't have to think. You don't have to say heartbeat. These are things that's already ran on the electrical current system called the autonomic nervous system, which is all stimulated by the actual thyroid gland and the adrenal gland. So I wouldn't call it asthma. I would say that you have an adrenal problem. Usually people that's dealing with asthma, we fix the adrenals and it fixed the whole problem. This is how you know I'm speaking right, because the first thing they do with asthma is they give you an inhaler. An inhaler is nothing but a steroid, because the steroids and the corticosteroids is actually what your adrenals need to release what you would call acetylcholine and acetylcholine esterase, for you can breathe properly, because all of these things are metabolically released and used through the adrenal glands. So if you can get your adrenal glands back online and clear out all of that systemic mucus buildup out of your bronchial tubes and out of your respiratory system, usually you can hawk that inhaler away and you don't deal with asthma no more. Now, what causes asthma is severe dairy use. So if you're on any type of dairy products, you have to get off of them immediately. So no more
Yeah, I do
dairy.
it. I do it a little bit, but it's not like
You can't
overly.
even do it a little bit. A little bit is a lot.
Okay.
So and this, I was just talking to my students about this. Just a pinhead drop of toxicity to the body is like a whole pool of toxicity. So we act like, oh, I just took a pinhead drop of toxicity. Well, to the body is like a pool of toxicity. So
Okay.
even a little is a lot for the body, because the body is already backed up systemically. Our adrenals is very fatigued. We got a lot of metabolic waste already built up in our systems, and most of our kidneys and our adrenals are not functioning properly. So any little bit of toxicity you add to the human genome, you already messing up a lot of
No.
it. So you got to do a proper detox. If I was you, I would do a all raw diet for 12 to 21 days. I would try my hardest to do that for 12 to 21
I'll be
days.
losing. I'll be losing so much weight. Oh
Okay,
my god.
so look, you got to think about it like this: lose weight or catch an asthma attack and potentially lose my life. Which one
Right.
sound better, losing weight or losing your life?
Right.
Losing weight. I'd rather lose weight than my life. You
Right.
see what I'm
Being alive.
saying?
Right.
So I would do try to do a 12 to 21 day all raw fast. If you can lose the weight, we'll come up with a program. I can get you on my Gorilla Mix powders and my Muscle Up powders. We can gain your weight back. But I would do all raw, dark leafy greens. Make sure that you're eating more fruits than vegetables. And while you're doing that, you actually need to get the kidney and adrenal kit from off my website. If you want to make these things yourself, just go on the website, look up the kidney and adrenal kit, get the ingredients, and make all teas out of them. And you can mix 2 to 3 teas at one time. All right. Now, and what else I would do is I will make sure that my adrenals is online. The best way to get your adrenals online, if you do not suffer from hypertension or high blood pressure, is to actually use licorice root. Licorice root is very, very good to fix the adrenal glands. Now, if you do suffer from hypertension and hyper blood pressure disorders, then what you can use is ashwagandha. Sometimes ashwagandha will raise the blood pressure. If you see that's raising the blood pressure, then always go with wild yam root. All right, and use that as a tea. All right.
Okay.
Also go for walks. Do breathing exercises. Like make sure you focusing on your breathing. All right. Do breathing exercises. Make sure that you massaging your kidneys and massaging your adrenals and talk to your cells. Like you can talk to your cells. Send them good energy. Also, yeah, these things is good. Also, getting a lot of rest helps you regenerate your kidneys and your adrenals as well. So an all raw diet for 12 to 21 days. Make sure that you're taking at least 40 to 50 ounces of water intake a day, spring water to be exact. If you can get on my geogenetic juice, do that as well. Lemons and limes is good for breaking up coagulations and mucus in the bronchial tubes and get those adrenals online. And you will see that you'll be able to hop them steroids ASAP.
Okay. Now for the SIBO, do you basically kind of like recommend the same stuff?
So for SIBO, we talking about small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. So SIBO stands for small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. That means you have an overcultural bacteria inside of the gut lining. First thing you have to ask yourself is, what is the purpose and the point of bacteria? The purpose and the point of bacteria is to eat acids and to help ferment your food and to break down sugars. So it's two things that's going on. You either have Candida albicans overgrowth because you are not metabolically breaking down your sugars and you eating too many refined sugars and too many hard carbohydrates like breads and yeast and stuff like that.
I
You
think
see
it's
that? Or
the
see,
candida or
Candida albicans. See that? Have you had any type of bacterial vaginosis or yeast
mm-hmm.
infections?
Yep.
See, so yep, so it's Candida albicans. But for the people that's listening, it's either that or you have too many acids in the body and the bacteria over culturalize to eat the acids. So what I would do for that, definitely the three bitters, three bitters, three bitters, three bitters. Three bitters will get all that candida out, and you need to do a parasite cleanse. So what I would do is the three bitters and the parasite cleanse for that. So the three bitters, the parasite cleanse, and I recommend that you get the kidney and adrenal kit. So that'll be a geogenetic therapeutic package level 1, and we'll put all those kits together in a protocol for you to be able to take them right to get rid of all of that. But stop carbohydrates, no more breads,
But
no
can
more
I do the
donuts.
fruits? Because I know some
No,
people
so
say the
I'm just
sugar
gonna
and
say
the
that. I was just
okay.
gonna say that. So you're gonna have to do more vegetables than fruits because fruits is gonna further culturalize the Candida albicans. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to do more dark leafy greens. So I say do 30, 70, 70% dark leafy greens, 30% fruits. And then the fruits that you do eat, make sure that they're not sugary fruits. Make sure that you're eating citric fruits that's more sour, like grapes,
Mm-hmm.
grapefruit. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? Lemons, limes,
Yeah.
yellow Jamaican mangoes, things like that that's not
Mm-hmm.
so sugary or have high fructose in it because the Candida albicans that's making up the SIBO gonna love that. So 30% sour citric fruits and then 70% dark leafy green bitter vegetables, 40 to 55 ounces of water a day. And every now and then, if you can get in some dark leafy green juices with the herbs that I recommend you. And then make sure that you get them other herbs that I was talking about for your adrenal glands, and you will see these detoxification of SIBO go away, and especially the asthma. We get rid of asthma all the time. That's super easy.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
what's
thank
crazy
you.
is with most of the, because a lot of children come to us with asthma, we don't even give them herbs. Guess what? We just tell the mothers to stop doing. Get them off of meat, get them off of dairy products, and that's the only thing we do. And it changed within the first couple of months. They don't have to use the inhalers no more, and we're not even giving them herbs. We just say get them off the dairy products and get them off the meat. And next thing we know that they not using their inhalers, and they go back to their doctor, and the doctor take them off the steroid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank you
so much. Can
too.
you save this? Can you save this live? Because I'm gonna have to go back and
Yes,
write everything down.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna
All
save it.
right. Thank
All right.
you.
Peace,
All right.
peace, goddess. It's 8:21. I'm gonna do a couple more, y'all. I'm gonna do a couple more. Who else we got?
He's still live.
Tell him I'm finna be on my way.
Here. He's like, you live. I'll let your name. Go on his way.
I'm finna be on my way. I'm gonna just do a couple more. I got a couple more. All right, peace, peace. I just accepted somebody. Climb on in. Let me bring somebody else. They ain't come in. Who else we got? All right, I just brought somebody in. I just hit the first one. Peace, peace.
Hello.
Blessings, blessings. Where your face at?
I'm so sorry. I'm literally getting out the shower. Can you give me like 30
Oh, you got
seconds?
to call back, woman.
I've
Why y'all be calling from the
been
shower?
waiting. All right, all right, all right.
All right. All right, hang up. Call back. I remember your name.
Okay.
All right. You got to hang up, though, goddess.
I don't know how to do that.
Top left.
Top left. I'm so sorry.
Top left.
All right, good. I'm out. All right, can you see me?
Yep, I can see you. Peace, goddess. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Yaritza, and I'm
Yaritza?
from Texas. Yes.
Texas in the building. Which part of Texas you from?
Well, I'm from New York, but I'm living in Texas. I'm in
Oh,
McKinney,
you from New
so
York,
like
though.
that.
All right. Peace to you, goddess. What's going on with you? Talk to me.
Okay, so I have a 6-year-old son, and you just spoke about asthma, so I'm not gonna ask that because I got that answered.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say that I took the Depo shot like 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
birth control. I only got like 3 shots, so I was on it for a total of 9 months. I've stopped taking it like 4 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like the effects are like still in my
Yeah,
body.
facts. Because it literally damaged the endocrine system. the best. So what we do for women that took the depot shot, did you gain a lot of weight once you got off of it, or did you gain your weight while you was on it?
Honestly, like, I didn't get those effects. I didn't gain weight. I didn't have a super heavy period. What happened is I stopped getting my
You
period.
stopped getting your, so it completely, okay. So that sounds like a bunch of estrogen buildup, and it stopped a lot of pregnenolone and a lot of progesterone. So usually for things like that, when people get off, when women get off of birth control, we have to reset the endocrine system. So we have something called the sensual glandular kit on the site, but you're gonna have to be on a good diet though in order for them herbs to really work. So when you look at the endocrine system, or what they call the chakras, is actually like the biological clocks of the body, and it handles and cholesterol. It handles your pregnenolone, your progesterone, and your estrogen, and these are your sexual chemistries and hormones. Use those depot shots and those little IVCs that they stick up you. It tricks the pituitary gland, and when it tricks the pituitary gland, it stops prolactin, and it communicates with the body to basically tell you that you going through your ovulation period and that you didn't get ejaculated in, so you never get pregnant. That's how it really works. So it psychs you out. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna need that essential glandular kit. We'll put you on that. It'll cleanse and rebalance your glands out, but you're gonna have to eat right while you on it. And usually you won't feel those side effects no more. And you gotta be careful with them things, because they throw you into premenopausal too. You be young, suffering from you know what I'm saying, from menopause. You be like, hold on, I'm only 30, and
Oh
it be
my
because the
gosh.
birth
Look,
control.
I also want to say, like, I listen to you all the
Oh,
time. I'm guilty of
crazy.
having my AirPods in and watching your YouTubes
Hmm.
all day while I work, like
Yeah.
listening to it. So I know about being on an all fruit diet or
Hmm.
juicing diet, raw diet while you're taking your
Yeah.
herbs. I am going to get the geogenetic package, the second level,
Okay.
because I've already been emailing people on your team. I know that's what I
Okay.
need.
Okay.
So can I buy that additionally to that?
No, you don't even have to do that. That'd be spending too much money. What you can do is
And I also want to like record my journey with it. And I was gonna see if there was like an email I can send
yes,
that
I'll give you
to.
all of that email.
Okay.
What's your Facebook? I mean, what's your Instagram name?
Everybody
Yes.
loves Yaya
Everybody,
underscore.
everybody loves. You hear this, Nabi?
Yeah.
Loves with an S.
Yes.
Yaya,
Yaya.
YA.
YAYA
Everybody
underscore.
loves Yaya underscore. So
Hmm.
we're gonna reach out to you. He'll give you the email, and then when you order, I'm gonna make sure you talk to Bernard or Danielle from the office. And what they would do is they would just add this to the package without you paying more. We just basically what we do is we reconstruct the package to have everything in there that you would need.
Okay. Thank
So
you
everybody
so much.
loves Yaya.
Underscore.
You
Yes, sir.
got that written down, Nabi? All right, go. All right, he finna reach out to you in your inbox. It's gonna come from Yahki Management, right?
Yes.
It'll come from Yahki Management, and he'll take care of you.
Okay. Thank you. Now I got to figure out how to hang up.
It's your top. It's your top left.
Oh, okay.
All
Bye.
right, peace,
Thank
peace,
you.
peace, goddess. Blessings to you. All right, who else we got? Who else we got? I'm doing just the first ones. We got two more, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. Two more. Two more, y'all. I'm gonna be on my next one. I'm gonna be very, very selective and pick a male, because I see a lot of females is in here, and I don't want it. I don't want to look like that. I'm being biased. Peace, peace. Whoever this is, I see y'all in, but y'all ain't saying nothing. I see it's pitch black. If you can't figure out how to work it, go to your top left and hang up for me, please. That way we can get some other people in here. Damn, Nabi, how do I hang up on other people? All right, whoever this in here, can y'all hang up, please? Y'all, somebody tell me how to hang up on whoever this is, because maybe this is a sign to get up off this deal. Well, look, y'all, I can't have no more people unless he hang up, because I can't hang up. He got to hang up himself. If I hang up, it's going to cut the live. Well, look, that with that being said, I'm going to say this video. Y'all make sure that y'all rewatch this, write everything down. I'm thinking about Wednesday. Wednesday, we will be live here from the studio. We'll be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday we'll be live here from the studio, and I'm gonna do the presentation on my YouTube and on my Facebook. Just type in on Facebook Yahki Rafa Elohim. It's gonna be a verified blue check. That is my Facebook. On my YouTube is Yahki Awaken. It's gonna have a blue check. That is my verified YouTube. Never follow any other pages that doesn't have them verifications, because most of the time it's not me and these people are getting you for money. I don't do phone calls. I don't respond back to a lot of emails and texts and stuff like that that's not associated with YahkiAwaken.com. So if it's not at YahkiAwaken.com, automatically assume it's not me, and I will never, ever, ever ask you for money over the web, ever. So if they asking you for money and saying they doing readings and bull crap like that, I promise you it's not me. People are getting people for thousands of dollars for pretending to be me, and it's not me. I will never ask you for money. I'm not finna call you or nothing if it's not through the site, www.yahkiawaken.com. I love y'all. I'll be at y'all on Wednesday for the whole presentation in the studio. It's going to be amazing. www.yahkiawaken.com for the actual products or any herbal healing needs. And we got a whole new look, y'all. We got a new line. The herbs look different. We got a whole new everything that we rolling out. It's going to be amazing. My graduation for my doctrines is actually on April the 19th. The flyer and the location is going to be made. I'm going to see y'all there in California. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that mug and cat and bound. You know, doctor. Right now, I am Dr. Yahki Rafa Elohim. And that's just what it is, y'all. So I love y'all for tuning in. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Peace. Blessings, family. It says tap his name to hang up. I don't even know where his name at, family. I don't even know where his name at. It's 2,600 people on here. But I'll be live at y'all again. Peace, family. Peace, gods and goddesses.